Hello guys, I'm so happy that I got Toca Boca back. And I am so excited because I totally forgot about it. And I decided to make a video on it. And today is going to be our house tour. It's going to be updated because, anyway, let's go. I probably have to unpack some more stuff because I don't know. Because, I don't know. Anyway, okay. So I still have to unpack these crumb bits because they're like so cute. Look at all of them. Okay, anyway. Let's put these back. Now let's do a house tour. We don't have any kids and stuff, but it's okay. Because we don't have any room for them. So first off, we're starting with the bathroom. I know it's a bit messy because it's small. And by the way, just pretend there's like outside there's like a fence and no one can see us because this is the only room that was small for the bathroom. So yeah. Anyway, so first we have this broom and stuff, and then we have this toilet. So cute. I also did a pink themed room. Pink themed house I meant. Sorry about that. It's okay. And then we have some pink toothpaste and some pink soap and hand sanitizer. In here we have some toilet paper rolls. Then we have just a robe on the floor, a plushie, a face mask, sunscreen, and some random stuff on this chair. Well, I don't think it's a chair anymore. Next, we have this basket full of skincare and makeup. And then moving on, we have this ladder with some like robes. I think I just call it ladder because I didn't. Oh, sorry about that. And then we have. I was just glitching. Right, anyway. Now I have this how do you call it? Like a bucket? No, a bag of like makeup in there. And then in here we have some bath bombs. And then right here we have like some cucumber eye patches and whatever this is, a towel to go on your head. And then we have this body scrub thingy. I forgot what it's called. I keep forgetting what they're called. And then we have a trash can right here. Then we're moving on to the room. Wait. I still have to get this. Okay, anyway. This is where they sleep. So first we have the bed, of course. We have a sleeping mask, a plushie, a blanket to sleep with. And I'll also do a video on where to find some stuff. Like in Toca Boca. Comment down below which so you can comment down below which item you want to so you comment down below which item, and I'll put it in another video where to find items in Toca Boca. So yeah, anyways, let's get back onto this. Then we have this gorgeous pillow, then a little, whatever it is, plushie, a teddy bear, and then we have lots of books up here. That book behind it, it's not organized. Anyway, then we have these crystals up here, and then we have like a phone, a burger plushie, I guess a cherry plushie too, and then a other cute plushie. Then we have a VVU plushie, and then we have all of these crumpet keychains. That's what they're called, crumpets. Then we have this burger backpack. Then we have this Pusheen keychain, and then we have this gorgeous flower, and then a cute stuffy, and then that big long cat. Then a cat bed, a strawberry plushie, and a watermelon plushie. Then we have this big Pusheen cat. She's so cute. And next we have a sloth backpack, and then another blanket. And then we have in here all the important stuff like other phones and wallets and keychains and credit cards and debit cards. And then in here we have, on here we have a flower pot with all of these white flowers. 2 of them. And then we have this clock, and it actually says the real time. So I'm recording this at 7:27 a.m. Not at night. And then we have a heart. It breaks, but I don't want it to break because it'll be sad. Anyway, we have this plant here on top of the skincare fridge. We have whatever this is, and then a roller. I keep forgetting what it's called. I just forget what things are called in Toca Boca because I'm really tired. Anyway, in here we have some nail polish, some other skincare items, and some shampoo, and then we have a towel right under there. And then in here we have, on here we have like a footy ball and a plushie, a footy ball plushie. And then we have all of these clothes in here. I'm not showing you one by one because that'll take forever. Anyway, down here we have a Fox iPad. And then up here we have like a thing that, I just forget. Anyway, there's a ring there, and then whatever this is, and then a marble, a fidget toy, and a camera. And then over here we have this reindeer plushie, and then we have this mouse toy, and then we have this cloud plushie, and then they're sitting on a pillow. Moving on, we have this plant over here, and then we have Cushion's friend. It's just a little cat, and another watermelon pillow, and then we have another one of these plushies, a hamster plushie from the restaurant update. I forgot what it's called. Then we have some purple slime here, and then we have like this full clover plant, and then what happened? Anyway, over here we have some Easter eggs because Easter was just 2 days ago, and I love Easter. It's one of my favorite holidays in the year. And then we have this disco ball right here. All of these trash stuff. They're just whatever. And then an F. And then we have these glasses, these toys, and then we have a laptop, a snow globe, and a plant, a flower. And then in here we have some random food, and then up here we have some cups and some plates and bowls, a mixer, and then the recipes, all of these supplies for like cooking and stuff. And then we have a plant. In here we have some random food, and then this oven, of course, and then the stove with like whoa. Okay, anyway, I don't know what is happening. Anyway, and we have a lunchboxes here, and then we have like coffee in a bottle, a plant, and then a candle, another candle, and a toaster full of plants, I guess, and then a pot. Okay, why is it a question? Anyway, we have this drink, and then we have this hot coffee or hot chocolate, I don't know. Then we have this Toca Boca magazine. And in here we have all of these Stanleys and water bottles, and here we have all of this stuff to eat with. Then we have some random, and then we have like a pineapple statue on the floor, and then a cactus on the floor too. Then in here, yeah, don't worry about all of the things popping out. I don't know, it's just a glitch. Anyway, we have all of these snacks on here, and we have a pig plant. This thing with a phone in it. I don't know what happened. Anyway, there's a Gary bowl, and then all of these gems, face masks. I don't know why they're there. And then we have this adorable puppy with some pillows on the rug, and then we have a book and a pineapple plushie, and then I just put that phone there. And then anyway, moving on to this place, chaotic place, we have this crumpet in like a blue thingy. It looks like a clock from before. And then we have this painting up here that's like a leaf, and then we have pink flowers in a pot, a beautiful puppy with like a feather hat, and then we have these two cats, and then a piggy, and then we have all of these crumpets here. They're so cute. When you pick them up, they make a sound, and when you hold them, you smile, and I forgot. And anyway, there's like these sloth statues, and then a koala, and then we have like all of these like a house with crumpets in them, and then in here we have some microphones, and then whatever this is, and then a big plant here, and then bookseller tickets and whatever that is again, and then a cute bunny statue. And in here we have some water guns and beach balls to go in this pool right here. And then in here we have but why are we dancing in the pool? Anyway, then we have all of these floaties, and in here we have this amethyst gem sloth statue, and we have this penguin plushie, a wooden sword, a dog, and then a sausage plushie, and the sushi plushie. And up here we have some more gems and crystals, and a pot for like plants, and then Halloween candles, eating cats. Anyway, and these are boxes, and then in one of those boxes there are like accessories, and then in here we have some random stuff like phones and magazines and cards and other random stuff. Then we have this sloth snow globe, and then we have these big cats, and then another spotted cat, and then this little cat, and then we have this adorable cute little dog, and then we have this tennis ball toy for the pets, and then we have a wallet on the ground. I don't know why it's there. And then we have My Melody plushie, a Kuromi plushie, and a Hello Kitty plushie. I couldn't find a Cinnamoroll one because they don't have Cinnamoroll. Like, why? And then we have these dog plant, this dog on stools, and then in here we have a cardboard bed. Then over here we have a creepy doll from the Halloween thing. And then we have this hamster, a dog toy, and then another beautiful plant, and then this cactus light, music notes, and a list of something. And then we have this dog sleeping on a green bed. And then over here we have this ice cream light, and then we have all of these bags I collected. Most of them are from the post office. Then we have this room, and then we have this dog here on a strawberry pillow with this cute little pet. When you tap on him, he turns big. When you tap on him, he turns small again. And then we have this TV room, a little round lounge room like living room, whatever you call it in your country. I'm in Australia right now. And then we have some video game controllers, and then a Toca VR thingy. What is it called again? Anyway, then we have this phone. I have lots of phones. An iPad, a Earth Heart, and then what is it called again? A Nintendo Switch. And then we have this slow-mo wallet, a book, and then in here we have all of these random things to put on the TV. And we have some cameras and a crystal there. And over here we have the desk. So in here we have a brush, we have a computer and an art palette. And we have some crayons, some tape, and then we have dog toys and stuff, and other cat toys. And in here there's like a cheat sheet, I don't know what it's called. And we have an A+ sheet, and then we have this calendar, and then a crocodile. And then we have on this dog bed, we have a list of something. I don't know. And then we have this mouse. And then in here we have all of these notebooks and pencil cases and pens and stuff. And in here we have some markers, some pens in more pencil cases, some more pens and pencils in pencil cases, and then scissors or a rubber or eraser, whatever you call it. I call it a rubber. And then we have a calculator, and then we have a notebook. So yeah. Then we have this stamp, some beautiful pictures up here, and then we have this cat guarding the door. And out here we have a skateboard, umbrellas, and a stroller. I don't know why I have that stroller. Anyway, a mailbox and some random stuff on that tray. A duckling, a phone, and a tennis racket, and a tennis ball. And then, yeah, that's pretty much all of the of my house tour. And yeah, bye guys. I hope you had an awesome day. And make sure to like and subscribe and for more amazing videos. So yeah, and also make sure to comment down below your what item you want to find in Toca Boca, and I'll put it in a video. So bye. I love you guys. Bye bye.